He's always been a bit different.
Yeah, it's not that he's bad, he just needs a bit of self-discipline.
You could say it's hard to spot him in a crowd.
After Jeremy was born, it took me a while to come to terms with his condition. When the doctor said he was invisible, it came as a complete shock. I didn't know how to handle it. We've had to adapt our lives, but it's been completely worth it. He's unlike any other student, any other child his age, and that makes him special.
It has been a struggle, but at the end of the day, he's our son. And any sacrifices that needed to be made, we were happy to make.
His condition is a curious one. It happens during the first stages of meiosis. It's a strange mutation when one of the chromosomes suddenly disappears and then the rest of the embryo follows suit. There's only ever been one case of this. A man who worked for the Harry Potter films, the moment when Harry Potter calls the brooms to go up, and that was his work.
I suppose in a way I do quite like being invisible. I mean, I can't deny it has its benefits. It's especially handy in class because I can do pretty much anything really and no one will have the faintest idea who did it.
So a Venn diagram is where two circles intersect to show sort of like a connection. Jeremy! Yeah, Jeremy is a student with a lot of potential, you know. However, he can be a little bit cheeky and he does tend to disrupt the class. You know, he thinks he can get away with everything, but, you know, I'm keeping my eye on him.
He's actually a really awesome guy. It was a little bit awkward once when I was trying to put my bag down on a chair that he was actually sitting in. It was really weird. Even though I can't actually see him, I still really respect him because he's just a really cool guy.
Jeremy's been my best friend since primary. If I'm to be honest, I think his invisibility is awesome. I mean, we get away with the loosest stuff. Like, I mean, we don't even treat him really differently because I mean, he's such a genuine guy that if we were to treat him like not the same as everyone else, then I think he'd get really irritated about it. Jeremy!
Oh. To be honest, I think Jeremy's a bit of a douchebag, you know. He's just, you know, really big for his boots. I mean, he's a bit of a show-off as well. I mean, for someone who's invisible, he attracts a lot of attention. It's, yeah. And, you know, I think people only want to be friends with him because, you know, to have, you know, I've got an invisible friend, you know, it's just, you know, they're just kind of like a gimmick, really, with him.
Yeah, Stephen and Jeremy have butted horns quite a bit in the past, and ultimately Stephen does come off second best. You know, Jeremy's got that clear advantage. It's always been, you know, just like squibbles here and there, but a couple of weeks ago it actually turned into a real physical fight, and the fight was over pretty quickly because, as I said, Jeremy's got that clear advantage.
I hope he's alright. Like, that's the main thing. Yeah.
After that fight?
Yeah, well, he hasn't talked to me for ages.
Yeah, I haven't seen him around.
Funny.
Do you reckon, I reckon like based on Jeremy's voice, like, I reckon he'd be hot.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Kinda. I don't know.
I can kind of picture him like, just from the voice, having like a really nice jawline,
Yeah.
like really chiseled. Jawlines are so
See that.
Guys, what if he's here right now?
What is he?
Yeah. It's funny. No, I reckon he's hot.
You always have to be careful what you say, because there's been many a scandal because of old Jeremy keeping everything out in the open, you know? Oh dear. But having said that, he's pretty resilient to pressure. I mean, there's been many an attractive female who's asked him to do espionage missions, but But as far as I know, he's turned them all down. So, I mean, he's got integrity like that.
I do enjoy being invisible. I mean, I never have to worry about what I look like or being attacked. It's just like, I don't feel a part of it, you know? Like, I don't fit in. I mean, it's not like I'm bullied. Everyone's really nice, but I don't think I'll ever be completely satisfied with how I sit with everybody.
As difficult as it has been to deal with his antics, we love him to bits, but it does get difficult to maintain contact with him, just relating to him and interacting with him. It has its obstacles.
I really have no idea what I want to do after high school. I'm just sort of trying to find my place. Thinking about where an invisible person could coexist with everybody else. Radio presenter, perhaps?
Oh, I can definitely see him in radio. He's stubborn enough to be whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's always really been into voicing his opinion and everything like that. Yeah, I actually think radio would be really good for him. He does seem to be passionate enough about it. You know, I wish him the best.
Hey!
Sorry.
So a Venn diagram is when two circles intersect.
So we're going to do that again.